I believe it's our responsibility as men to do better every day, to learn from our mistakes, grow through our failures, and work to become the best that we can be.
Have you ever had a really great idea that turned out to be a really bad one? I know I'm guilty of this more times than I'd like to admit, and I just heard a really cool story that illustrates this point perfectly. So from 1850 to like 1950, the Brits ruled over India. And the British, they're down in India, and they're freaked out by all the king cobras. Evidently, there's a lot of king cobras down there in India, and the Brits, they were afraid of them. So they came up with a program. They came up with this idea. And the idea was they would offer a bounty for everyone who killed a cobra and brought in the skin. So they share it with the public, and the Indians, they're excited because there's cobras everywhere, and this is basically free money for them. So they go out and they start killing cobras, bringing them in, turning them in for bounties. And over time, the number of cobras goes down. And the Brits are fired up. They're happy. The guy who came up with the idea, he's like, I'm the savior of India. I've saved us from the king cobras. And then as it took more and more energy and effort to find these cobras, one of the Indians, he came up with this really good idea. He was a farmer, and he said, if I breed cobras, I can breed a bunch of them in my backyard. It'll make it a lot easier for me to find and kill the cobras. I can turn them in and get a lot of money really easily. It's like, this is perfect. He's going to game the system. So he starts breeding cobras. Cobras are growing. He's killing them. He's turning them in. He's getting the bounty. And he tells a friend. And then a friend tells a friend. And a friend tells a friend. And what happens? Pretty soon, there is a bustling industry of cobra farming going on. And there's so many cobras that the Brits, they find out about it. And they're pissed. They're like, these bastards, they're taking advantage of us. They quit the program. They just stopped the bounty rewards program. So now you've got all these farmers, they got thousands and thousands of king cobras that they got no reason to use or no purpose for, so they just let them go in the wild. And what ends up happening is there's more king cobras at the end of the bounty program than there was at the beginning, because some people decided to game the system and take the path of least resistance. So see, brothers, in life, I believe there's really no shortcuts. I believe a shortcut is a terrible substitute for progress. You see, I think success in anything really comes down to two things: focus and effort. Right? If you want to be successful in anything, no matter what it is, whether it's cobra hunting, with your wife, with your kids, with your career, with your health, whatever it is, the recipe for success really only requires two main ingredients: focus and effort. And when you start shortcutting either one of these and taking the path of least resistance, I promise you, you're going to get terrible results. And in this case, a good idea turned into a really, really bad one. So I share this story with you, brothers, because like I said, I don't really believe there's any shortcuts in life. If there is, I would say there's only two of them. The first shortcut that I've experienced in my life is doing it right the first time. Developing the focus and the energy and taking action and doing everything that I know how to do to achieve the goal that I want. The challenge with that is, if you don't know what to do or where to start, then how are you going to take advantage of that? That's why there's a second shortcut. And the second shortcut is very simple. You've got to find a mentor. You've got to find someone who knows the road ahead, who's done what you want to do, and can help you understand what it's going to take on your journey to success. You see, the right person, the right mentor, the right book, the right video, the right interview can literally take decades and condense it into days. That's the power of a mentor. That's the power of books, conferences, seminars, learning from other people. I believe we're all learning from each other. And if we allow ourselves to ask for help, to seek advice, to look for a mentor, to read, to learn, and to grow, right? We have the opportunity to shortcut the decades that it took someone else to learn the skills that they have, and you can condense those decades into days. So brothers, sometimes in life we're going to have great ideas that are going to turn out to be terrible. That's part of life. We're going to get our ass kicked. We're going to get bit in the ass, hopefully not by a cobra, but we're going to get our ass kicked, and we're going to fall, and we're going to learn. And I just want to remind you today that there's really only two ingredients on your path to success: focus, and effort. And whatever you do, do not take the path of least resistance. I'll leave you guys with this. The worst thing you can do on your journey to success is run in the wrong direction enthusiastically. That's just stupid. Do yourself a favor, develop the focus and the energy and the effort required, and then pour your heart and soul into wherever you want to go. I'll see you guys next week.